What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It is time to break down the Champions League promo in FIFA Mobile. So you can see here, there's a few things you can get out of this promo. You can get some kits, you can get some players, you can get some coins, some skill boosts, all of those things. We'll talk about everything that you can get in this promo. We'll break down the complete free-to-play guide, tell you everything you need to do this. We're doing this live on YouTube too, so yeah, they'll correct us when we say some of these things wrong, because there's definitely a lot of calculations that goes on of what you can get in free-to-play in this. So we're just showing what you would get if you did not spend anything on this promo, because I don't think you should spend anything on this promo. I'm not going to spend anything on this promo. So we'll look at the first thing we got, which is every day you get to play the daily match, and this part's kind of cool. A way to get kits. So second half playing against Liverpool, a pretty good, like, you know, not too hard to beat them, not too long either. Like in last season, we're going to play like 5 different matches. So I do like that part of it. That part is kind of cool. So we got Liverpool first. You can also get all the different kits along the way. You can't see them now, but we do have that chance to finally see the Piemonte Calcio kit in the game as well. When you complete 7 matches, you get this choose between James and choose between the 250. I would probably go with the 250 skill boost, because the 250 skill boost is something that is a lot harder to pick up, and really this other one, you're going to be able, since it's auctionable, I'm guessing it's auctionable, since it's auctionable, it's probably going to go for like 100,000. It's not going to be a very like valuable card in the end. And then all 30 days, Amiri add 350 skill boost. Maybe that one might go for a little bit. If you get them right away, it might be alright, but if you're waiting at all, probably going with the skill boost is going to be the best way to get it. So when we go to the group stage, you can see what we have here. We have the opportunity to play the skill games, a versus attack match, head-to-head. We can watch some ads to get up to 12, we get 3 energy. So we get 6, we get 12 energy a day. You can get 12 energy a day, and then these things that we're not going to talk about, because we're not going to use those ones right there. And then you get different rewards. You can get all these players here. The week 1 players will rotate through this. Mane is unfortunately very unachievable, very unachievable. In fact, the most you can probably get here is going to be the 88 overall card. You could probably, if you have a very high overall team, get 2,000 points, but that's going to put you short of getting yourself Muni as well anyways. So really, you're kind of probably looking at getting yourself, you know, maybe some coins, maybe getting yourself some of these lower overall players if you're going back through that as well. Then you got 3 paths you can play with. The first path we got is this one right here, and this path basically starts with skill boost, goes all the way up to getting the different players. So we mapped it out of what you could get for each separate player that you wanted to get, or for claiming all of the players. If you're somebody who wants to do kind of a little bit of like mix and match, we'll tell you how you can kind of find that out of the data that we've collected. There's an advanced path as well. The advanced path is where you start to have a restrictions. So you need a 78 overall team, and you're also going to need to have, once you get to match 2, Champions League program players on your team. What's unfortunate is originally they had made it seem like we were actually going to get Champions League players out of these, like along the way there's different Champions League Gold Plus ones, but it seems like you're actually only getting players from those Champions League squads. So in the original article they posted, it was kind of different than what it was now, but again, FIFA Mobile, right? What can you expect? What can you expect? Anyways, you got the Pro Path, and this one's kind of cool. If you get all the way to the end of the Pro Path, you have a chance to pick between Sancho, Bernadeschi, and Savage there. Probably I would go with this Sancho card. This one looks absolutely legendary. Definitely would want that on the squad. And the nice thing about it is it's actually not more points to do each of the other paths. What makes the difference in the paths, what changes up the paths, is actually just the amount of players you need in there. So you need 6 Champions League program players on your team to finish that one, and you need all your players to be 87 plus. So they're probably going to cause the Champions League players to go up a little bit in price, but if you have an 87 overall and all the players and the Champions League, that would be. Now, I'm guessing they probably have to be base overall, like your boosts are not going to help with that. So if you do have 6 Champions League players on your team, you could do this. That would probably be the path to go with, because if you're going to do that, you might as well go for that. And again, as everything, save your points to the end. So, looking at this, we want to see what we can get out of this. So the first thing I'm going to pop up here is the points that we can get. So we have that every day you can play and get a new kit. So you can get 30 kits out of these ones. It seems that 30 kits is, 30 kits. It said if you play 30 days, so you must be able to get 30 kits. Should you not get 32 kits? I don't know. Anyways, when you complete 7, you get yourself one of the 2 things. If you complete 30, you get all of those. The group stage, so if we look at this here, I'm going to kind of scroll this over a little bit so we can see more of it. In the group stage section, so in the section where we were up here, in the group stage section, I didn't even click there. I just went totally off. I'm really bad at this. I'm really bad at, there we go, group stage. Okay, so when we're at the group stage section, you can get, per day, your stamina, 864 stamina for the whole 24 days. There's 24 days. You start off with 24. Same thing as the Europa League, though. Make sure that you are spending the stamina right away, even if you're playing the skill games, so that it doesn't go over, because it doesn't count once you go past 24. So you gotta get rid of it, gotta get it down to 0, and then 24 hours later, it's gonna refresh everything. If you're watching the ads, watch the ads after the stamina goes down, everything like that. 420 for total ads. There are no coin packs. I thought I should put in no coin packs, just to remind all of you that we have an event with 0 coin packs. So, boo. Anyways, the total that you can get for stamina is 1,284, which means you can play 428 matches total across the 36 days. Now, those can be skill games, versus attack, head-to-head. I would say the quickest way, the nicest way, is probably to go with the skill games. And if you do the skill games, the total amount of rewards you can get is 3,424 of the rewards that you can use along the path. Now, we calculate this a little bit for people that want to play versus attack, that want to play 428 versus attack matches. Basically, if you win every single match, you're going to max out at 4,280 points. So that's the most you can get. If you win 75% of your games and lose 25% of your games, you get 3,852. If you win about like 65%, tie 25%, lose 10%, you get about 3,700. And then if you can win 50, tie 25, lose 25, that seems like a pretty reasonable number to go with. But it is versus attack, it is FIFA Mobile. Anything could happen. That'll get you about 36. So you are actually better, you know, probably if you can win 50% of your games and still, or like only lose 25% of your games, to go with that. But honestly, I would go with the skill games. It's going to take you a lot less time. It's a lot less grinding. It's some, like, really, that if you just play the skill games, you're going to play this for maybe 10-15 minutes a day. 10-15 minutes a day, and you get all of these coins, all of these rewards. It's probably the best way to go. If you're trying to play, you know, 428 matches, you're basically playing a lot of versus attack matches. Probably better just to spend your time using the other versus attack matches when you're going through, just grind through this thing quickly. So these are all the players that you can get, again, out of here. I don't know why I'm showing that. I already told you that. You already know that. So this is the path. Let's look at the different paths you can go. We'll look at the different paths you can go on this one. So our different paths, the first path that you have to choose from. So in our first path, we have our main path. I'm going to bring it up over here so I can kind of see it as well. Our main path, and each one of these ones that you go through is going to cost you 10. So if we go to the novice, at the start, it's going to cost you 10, and it's going to go up as you go through. So you can see here, oh, I went backwards. Okay, so if we go to the novice path, you can see each of these ones is going to cost different points along the way. So 10 for the skill boost here. Then as you go to the next one, you're going to get 10,000 points. Then you're going to get a Champions League player, 20,000 points, 4,000 training experience, 20,000 coins, you know, group points, all of those things, 30,000 points, skill boost, 40,000, Champions League players, all the way up till you get to the end where you get the 50 group points. So when you're going through this, the total thing you can get, so if we go down here, you can see that if we have the full path and we don't get any of the players, we will get 150 skill boosts. So we'll get 150 skill boosts, we'll get 430,000 coins, 20,000 training experience, 105 of those group points, and 6 players that you will get out of there if you claim every player. So if we go through this, we get every single player along the way in here, you're going to get yourself, it's going to cost you 2930 of the points, which basically is everything. It's pretty much using up all of your points when you do any one of these streams. And you're going to get 720 skill boosts, 805,000 coins, and you're going to get 665 total of the group points, which can basically get you an 88 overall player and 65,000 training experience there. Individually for the players, the first player along the way will cost you 305. you're going to get 110 skill boost, 75,000 coins, 60 group points for there. If you go down to the second player, so this is if you only claim the second player. If you want to know if you claim the second player and the first player, you can just add the the points that we have. So 75,000 extra points, 100 skill boost, because you're not going to get both the reward section, because that includes the rewards you get from the main path as well. So you get 130 skill boost, 50,000 coins, 90 group points, and 24,000 training experience if all you do is claim the second player here. If all you do is claim the third player, you get 200 skill boost, 180,000 coins, 140 group points, and 3 gold plus players. And then if you claim Martinez as the final one, you get 350 skill boost, 580,000 coins, 255 group points, and 20 training experience. And that's if you only claim that player. And then if you claim all 3, as we told you, that's what you get below. So that is the novice path. The novice path is our first one that we're looking at. The next path we have, okay, so the next path, it does the exact same thing, but if we're looking at this, our first reward is 175,000 coins, 270 skill boost, and 180 game points. So as you see, basically what's happening is as you go through this, you're getting the same sort of costs that you're going through. This is the final path. So this is the most advanced path here. This is our pro path, where you can pick a master at the end, and if you do all of them, you're gonna get yourself let's scroll this down really big in the bottom here. So we get yourself 100 or 1.545 million, so 1.5 million coins, 1,725 boosts, 2,145 of the group points, 185,000 training experience, 3 golds, and 2 elites if you do the last one. So basically that's what you would get, and again, as you go through, these are what you would get. So if all you want to do is do the pick a master, it's going to cost you 1740 points. It's going to get you a lot of coins. It's going to get you 800 skill boost, 765 of the points, and that's actually kind of cool because that's basically enough to get you another player that you would have, and then 50,000 training experience, 3 golds, and 2 elites. Unfortunately, not exactly the best one to do, because you do need to have those 6 Champions League players on the squad as well. So these are the rewards for each of the ones that you go along the way. If all you want to do is claim the first one in there, you still get 180 group points as well. So this is basically the best path that you can get is the pro path, but you do need those Champions League player on the squad in order to do that. So here we go. Our last one, the final one that we have, this is the one that we have for the, the middle tier one, if you want to go through and look at your points that you get. So the first one, again, you can see them kind of up here. If you want to get your highest player out of here, Woland is going to give you 940,000 coins, 600 boosts, 510 of the group points, 30,000 training experience, 5 golds, and 1 elite. And if you claim all of them, you're gonna get yourself a lot of coins, 1 million coins, 1,200 boosts, 1,330 for your group points, and then a bunch of training experience as well, 5 gold, and 1 elite player out of there. So that's basically all of the different rewards that you get, and everything you can get out of all of these different points and all these different ones along the way. So those are all the different paths you can take, how much it's going to be. So if you want to do this, you can basically complete one of these full paths depending on your squad, and that will get you the all player rewards here at the bottom. You can kind of mix and match these things throughout the way, depending on what you want. You kind of claim like 1 or 2 players from one or 2 players from the other one. But at the very least, what you could do is play this event basically 50%, get yourself 6 of the players on the team, and you can do that last one on the pro path will get you an absolutely tons amount of players. So those are the 3 paths. So again, the pro path, that's this one here, where we can go all the way along, and if all you did was move to this final one, you do need to get 6 Champions League players and 87 plus of every player, but you would get some really great rewards for that. So the rewards aren't terrible. They're better than some of the previous promos, but you can complete a full chapter as a free-to-play, which is awesome. For a couple gems, you can, complete a few ones. I'm sad that we don't have any coin packs. I'm sad that the only way, this is the one thing that I really don't like about this. This is one of the ones I really don't like. In the store, if you go here, and you go to the Champions League thing, the only way it seems to get these Champions League elite players is through this pack. So this group of players, you can buy 1 pack for $27, get 3 players, and then that's it. Some very nice cards in here, but it looks like no way to get it. I really wish that like the original way that they'd had it when they wrote it in the article, and you got the bonus points, you got all these things still stuck through. But what can you do about it? At least it's better. At least it's better than Coliseum. At least it's better than Coliseum. So anyway, thank you for checking this out. Thank you for stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Hopefully this helped you find out what you need to do in the Champions League promo. Stopde.